Thank you so much. Hi, welcome back to Communicative English Launchpad. In this evening session, I have Bhagyalakshmi Garu with me. Today, we are going to focus on certain expressions or phrases which are very much useful in day-to-day English. Oh, by the way, let me switch my video on. Okay, all right. Okay, now, so yes, Bhagyalakshmi Garu, if could you please ask me those, phrases one by one so that, we can discuss examples, so that one can understand how we can use those expressions.
Okay, sir. Would, should, could, uses of would, should,
One by one.
could,
Let's go one
and
by one. Let's go one by one. Bhagyalakshmi Garu, so shall we start with the word would? Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yes, all right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see, I'm going to discuss this word WOULD would for 1 or 2 minutes. So please listen to me carefully. All right. So this word WOULD would represents past tense. Okay. And this word came from the word WILL will. Okay. I think we know that WILL will. This word will actually represents future tense, right? So that we know. Okay, right? So WILL will, this word represents future tense. So when we are talking about future, generally we use this word WILL will. But if we want to talk somewhat like in past flavor or sometimes present flavor, okay, we cannot use WILL will, right? So that's why, we use WOULD would. Okay, so that is the basic information about this word would, WOULD would. Okay, right. So most common expressions, most common usage of would is like would be. For example, I would be like this or I would be like that. It would be great, if this video is useful to many people. I would be grateful, to the people who taught me English, right? So here, what are we saying? It would be great. So ఇది బాగుంటుంది, చాలా గొప్పగా ఉంటుంది, right? So I would be grateful. నేను కృతజ్ఞతగా ఉంటాను. నేను కృతజ్ఞతతో ఉంటాను. So almost like, in these sentences, the meaning is coming like present flavor. The meaning comes almost like present tense, somewhat like simple present tense. So instead of saying, for example, I would be grateful is equal to I want to be grateful. Or let me use the whiteboard. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, I hope you're able to see the whiteboard now. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, here. So the first thing would be is equal to is equal to almost like is. So what the meaning that we get for the word is almost like the meaning, the same meaning we get for would be also, right? So for example, I would be grateful. That means, somewhat like I am grateful. Okay, right? So they would be here by this time tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow means they will be here. Tomorrow is future, right? So they will be here by this time tomorrow. Or, so whenever we use a kind of present flavor or past flavor, we use this word would. Okay, but when we talk about future, it's better to say will, right? So this is how we use it. For example, we can say, okay, example, we can say, this would be the first. Okay, right. So this would be the first session in this month. So that means this is the first session in this month. So అవుతుంది, yeah, very good, very good. So for would be, if you want a Telugu meaning for would be, is Telugu meaning is I unnadi. Okay, whereas would be Telugu meaning is అవుతుంది, right? So Telugu meaning is అవుతుంది. Okay, that is the Telugu meaning actually. Okay, okay. Whereas is Telugu meaning is I unnadi. Okay, right? Whereas would be Telugu meaning is అవుతుంది. So that's the, this, I think this is some basic information about the word would and how to use it. Okay, right? So that would be it. For example, if I want to say that's it, I can also say like that would be it. Means that's all. This is the basic information, and this for now, this information should be definitely enough, to see how to use this word. Okay, these words, the expression or the phrase. Okay, right? So can we move to next one? Right? Let's move to next one now. Okay, right? If needed, we'll have one more round, or we can have some more explanation or discussion. Okay.
No, sir. It's clear, sir.
Okay, all right, all right. So let's move to next one. Bhagilakshmi garu, okay. Would be, after would be, I think it would be should be. Okay, shall we take should be? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, should be. Now see, if we take the should be, okay. Okay, the Telugu meaning, we can take it like, for example, I undali. What we say I undali in Telugu, that is this should be in English. For example, what is the day today? I think it should be a Monday. So ఈరోజు ఏమి వారము? ఈరోజు సోమవారం అయి ఉండాలి. ఓకే, నా ఉద్దేశం, ఐ థింక్, నా ఉద్దేశం ప్రకారము నేను అనుకోవడం, ఇట్ ఈస్, ఇట్స్ మండే. ఓకే, సో ఈరోజు సోమవారం అయి ఉండాలి. సో what we call అయి ఉండాలి. Okay, right? In Telugu, that's what we generally say should be. For example, if someone has knocked at the door, or if someone has rung the bell, okay, right? Then yeah, it should be my father. మా నాన్న అయి ఉండాలి. I'm guessing. I don't know, but I'm guessing, right? So that's the difference. So if you look at the first example, would be Telugu meaning is అవుతుంది, లేదా ఆ సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి, సబ్జెక్ట్ ని బట్టి అవుతాడు, అవుతారు, అవుతుంది, like that. Okay, right? For example, who comes first in the, who do you think comes first in the exams? I think it would be my, like in your case, who do you come, who do you think can come first in the next exams? Among, I mean, in between your sons, for example, if someone asks you this question, then maybe you can give the answer like, I think it would be my first son, or I think it would be my second son, like that. So here, the Telugu meaning is avutadu, right? Because your son, son means male, right? So avutadu, like that, the meaning comes. So here would be, the meaning can be out, based on the subject, the meaning can be అవుతుంది, అవుతాడు, అవుతారు, like that. Okay, similarly, should be, generally gives the meaning like అయి ఉండాలి, right? So it should be a Monday. I think it should be a Monday today, something like that. Okay, so ఈరోజు సోమవారం అయి ఉండాలి. That means I'm not sure about that, but I think what I think I'm saying, what I guess I'm saying. So that is the example. Okay, let's see an example also. Okay, right? So for example, should be, right? Okay. Should be. Yeah, very good, very good. It's a nice example, right? So Vidya Rani Garu should be here. Vidya Rani Garu, okay, should be here now. Okay, should attend this test, or should be here. Okay, should be a num, should be here now. So could you please try to say the Telugu meaning for this? Bhagilakshmi garu, Vidyarani garu should be here now. What do you think is the Telugu meaning of this sentence?
విద్యారాణి గారు అటెండ్ అయి ఉండాలి అంటే కాలేదు అన్నట్టు.
Exactly. Vidyarani garu attend అవ్వాలి లేదా అయి ఉండాలి. ఓకే, అటెండ్ అవ్వాలి లేదా జాయిన్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఓకే, రైట్. అక్కడ ఏం పడాం? షుడ్ బి హియర్ అన్నమా? ఓకే ఓకే. ఆ షుడ్ బి హియర్ అనేదాన్ని మనం షుడ్ అటెండ్ అనొచ్చు లేదా షుడ్ జాయిన్ అనొచ్చు. రైట్. సో correct. What you said is correct. So this is how we use this should be. Okay. Now I think this much introduction is okay for now. So let's move to next one. Okay, right. So let's take this sync right now. Okay, all right. Now 3, I think could be. Yeah, okay. If we take could be, then okay. If we take could be, then Telugu meaning is it could be, అయి ఉండవచ్చు, something like అయి ఉండవచ్చు. Okay, right. Okay, right. So అయి ఉండవచ్చు. Okay, right. For example, if the Zoom session gives a beep sound once again now, okay, that means someone else has joined. Okay, right. At that time, if I say like it would be Vidyarani garu, for example. Okay, right. So that means Vidyarani garu ayuntaru. Vidyarani garu ayuntaru. Yeah, that's the meaning. It would be Vidyarani garu ante Vidyarani gare ayuntaru. That is the meaning. Okay, it should be Vidyarani garu, and almost same meaning comes. Okay, these things have very, what we say, very minute difference, very small difference in terms of usage. So the best way to get good at these expressions is by using continuously and by using more, right? So that is the only way to get good at these things. Okay, these words. Okay, right. So it should be Vidyarani garu means Vidyarani gare ayi undali. So it would be Vidyarani garu means Vidyarani garu ayi untaru. Okay, it should be Vidyarani garu means Vidyarani gare ayi undali. It's a small difference. Okay, it could be Vidyarani garu means a join ayindi Vidyarani garu ayi undochu. Okay, right. So that is it could be Vidyarani garu means అది ఆ వ్యక్తి విద్యారాణి గారు అయి ఉండవచ్చు. That's the meaning. Okay, right. So small difference. Okay, right. Maybe you can make a note of it if you want. Okay, right. So for example, if one more person has joined the session just now, and if I say like it would be Vidyarani garu, it means that I feel like it is Vidyarani garu. Okay, if I say like it should be Vidyarani garu, then it means that I strongly believe that it is Vidyarani garu. I'm almost sure that uh, it is Vidyarani garu. Okay, right. And if I say it could be Vidyarani garu, that means possibility. Right. So the word actually, this word, the second word should, this word came from and is the past form of shall, shall, shall. So let me write it here. Okay, right. So the word would, actually came from the word. Okay, right. And the came from the word would actually came from the word what is the word? Do you remember? What is the word from which would came? Yeah, WILL, will. Yeah, and the word, the word should actually came from shall. Yeah, shall. Okay, right. Okay, and the word could.
Can, sir.
The could. Yes, exactly. Yes, true. Can. Okay. Your voice is low, is there any reason behind that?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, it's now it's better. Now it's better. So can, yeah,
Okay, sir.
so shall and can, these two words normally represent present sense, right? And the past form of the word shall is should. The past form of the word can is could. Okay, generally the first word will generally represents future tense, and the past form of that is would. Okay, right? So అయి ఉండవచ్చు. Yeah, so basically would be means generally అవుతుంది, అవుతుంది, అయి ఉంటుంది, something like that. Right? అయి ఉంటుంది. See, now it's more interesting. See, would, for would we can take the meaning like అయి ఉంటుంది, right? Okay, that also I'll write there, because should be is equal to అయి ఉండాలి, could be is equal to అయి ఉండవచ్చు, would be is equal to అయి ఉంటుంది, right? That's even better. So I'm writing that also. Okay, right? So Telugu అయి ఉంటుంది, right? Okay, right? Yeah. So this is it, I think. Okay, right? So this is the thing, right? Yeah. So I'm just saving this information. Okay, let me stop the whiteboard for a moment. Okay, all right. Okay, now I think we can move to next set of words, or phrases. Okay, now, yeah, some time ago you were saying would have, should have, could have, and then again you are saying would have been, should have been, could have been. I think we can discuss these things also, right? So shall we continue, Bhagilakshmi garu? Are you able to follow? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes. We will
All right, so
continue.
now let's take, yeah, sure, so let's take, would have right now. Okay, right? Let me tell you one or two examples to explain. Okay, I would have not recorded this session if Vidyarani garu has joined, right? సో తెలుగు మీనింగ్ ఈజ్, ఒకవేళ విద్యారాణి గారు కనుక జాయిన్ అయ్యుంటే నేను ఈ సెషన్ రికార్డ్ చేసి ఉండేవాడిని కాదు. ఐ వుడ్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ రికార్డెడ్. ఓకే, రికార్డ్ చేసి ఉండేవాడిని కాదు. అదే రికార్డ్ చేసి ఉండేవాడిని అని చెప్పాలనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఐ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ డన్. సో ఐ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఐ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ డన్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు చేసి ఉండేవాడిని. హీ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ డన్ చేసి ఉండేవాడు. షీ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ డన్ చేసి ఉండేది. ఓకే, we would have done చేసి ఉండేవారు. they would have done చేసి ఉండేవారు. So that is how the meaning comes. Okay, so would have is it, I think that in this information I think is clear to you, right? Maybe you can make a note, if you need. Okay, right? Yeah, and now let's move to the next one, that is the should have. Should have is equal to చేసి ఉండాల్సింది. So please make a note of it. Should have is equal to చేసి ఉండాల్సింది. For example, I should have checked, or I should have spoken with Vidyanani garu, or I should have checked if Vidyanani garu was joining the session or not. Right? Like that. Okay. Right? So, check చేసి ఉండాల్సింది లేదా మాట్లాడి ఉండాల్సింది. Right? So that is the meaning. All right. Now let's move to the third expression, third style, third way. That is could have. Okay, could have means చేయగలిగి ఉండేవాడిని. Like could have means చేయగలిగి ఉండేవాడిని. He could have చేయగలిగి ఉండేవాడు. సో కెన్ అనే పదము ఎబిలిటీని సూచిస్తుంది, కేపబిలిటీ, సామర్థ్యాన్ని సూచిస్తుంది. కాబట్టి he could have చేయగలిగి ఉండేవాడు. She could have done చేయగలిగి ఉండేది. Okay, right? They could have done చేయగలిగి ఉండేవాడు, something like that. So yeah, let me take a very interesting and a very good example for this. Okay, right? That is India could have won the games, okay, if it had won the toss. టాస్ కనుక గెలిచి ఉంటే ఇండియా మ్యాచ్లు గెలవగలిగి ఉండేది. Okay, we are talking about the ability here. Okay, we are not, okay, in same thing we can say like India would have గెలిచుండేది. So India would have won గెలిచుండేది. India should have won గెలిచుండాల్సింది. India could have won. India గెలవగలిగి ఉండేది. Okay, right? So this is the thing. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. That is how we use would have, should have, could have. Okay. And the final round, like would have been, should have been, could have been, is almost on the same lines. Like, I would have been, it is like almost like present perfect continuous tense, or basically it's in the form of perfect continuous tense. So let me take examples. Okay, right. I would have been not recording the session if all the attendees were here, or if all the attendees are here. Okay, right. So that means attend అవ్వాల్సిన వాళ్ళందరూ అటెండ్ అయ్యి ఉంటే నేను ఈ సెషన్ రికార్డ్ చేస్తూ ఉండేవాడిని కాదు. రైట్. అక్కడ ఉండేవాడిని కాదు అంటే యాక్షన్ మొదలై కొంత సమయం క్రింద యాక్షన్ మొదలై కంటిన్యూ అవుతుంటే దాన్ని పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ అంటాము. సో అలా పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ సెన్స్ లో అంటే ఫర్ ఆల్ ద యాక్షన్స్ విచ్ హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ సమ్ టైమ్ అగో ఆర్ నాట్ స్టార్టెడ్ సమ్ టైమ్ అగో, and continuing or not continuing. So for perfect continuous, basically for the perfect continuous sense, we use these expressions like, would have been verb plus ing, should have been verb plus ing, could have been verb plus ing. So would have been doing means చేస్తూ ఉండేవాడిని లేదా చేస్తూ ఉండేవాడు, చేస్తూ ఉండేది. Right. Should have been doing. Okay, right. ఉండాల్సింది, చేస్తూ ఉండాల్సింది something. For example, Indian cricket team should have been practicing even better before the second T20 match. Right. So second T20 match ముందు ఇంకా బాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తూ ఉండాల్సింది. So that's the Telugu meaning. Okay, could have been, practicing means చేయగలిగి ఉండాల్సింది. Maybe there was some problem. If there was some problem or obstacle in terms of practicing, then ఇంకా చేయగలిగి ఉండాల్సింది. That means problems ఉండకుండా ఉండాల్సింది in terms of practice చేయడానికి issues, obstacles, disturbances లేకుండా ఉండాల్సింది, something like that. Okay, so this is it, right? So instead of discussing like this, it's more useful strategy would be to focus on the usage and observe how these are used and trying to say as many times as possible, using them in different things. So that would be, I think, even better useful in terms of practicing. Okay, right. So if you have any questions right now, please ask now. Otherwise I'll just go ahead and stop the recording. Of course, we can continue our session, but recording I want to stop so that the video is not too long, right? Okay. So can I go ahead and
sir, I
stop the
have no-
recording for now? Yeah. If you have any
sir.
question, let me answer that question. Yeah, yes, please. Yeah.
No, sir. I have no questions, sir.
All right. Okay, let's stop the